So I just finished leaving the Worgen start area, and before I show you how this in-game leveling guide helps you to power level really quick, I wanted to show you a really cool feature. And this is a toon I've got that's level 15, and it took me a little less than 2 hours to get to level 15, but I want to show you a feature that's kind of a bonus to this leveling guide. And what I did was I purposely have not assigned any of my talent points, and I want to show you the talent specs that are built in for all the classes in this guide. There are the top leveling builds for any class, any spec that you would want in the game, and it does it for you pretty much automatically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my talents here, and you can see I haven't selected anything yet, and there's a little tab over here I'm going to pull out. I'm going to hit configure, and I'm just going to select I'm going to go ahead and select affliction just to show you. So I'll select it, hit OK, hit accept, and it automatically assigned the points that I had available. And what it will do as I get more points, like my next point will come at level 17, it's going to highlight the next point that I should assign in the talent tree, and it will do it all the way up to level 85. So it's just a really nice, easy way to build really effective leveling builds. Of course, when we get to 85, we all, depending on what we're going to do, PvP, rating, or whatever, we'll change to whatever specs are appropriate for what we want to do. But this is just a great way to build really effective leveling builds. You can try out different specs really easy on the fly, um, and you don't have to worry about if you're putting your talent points in the right place. You can just keep power leveling. It'll tell you where to put your points, and you can move along. So I'm going to switch over because I want to show you how the guide actually works in the game to help you power level really quick. I can get toons to level 85 in right about 5 to 6 days played time. It's really, really fast. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got a brand new level 1 Worgen here, and I'm going to go ahead and enter the realm. And this leveling guide works awesome for brand new toons, but it also works great for toons that you've been working on. They have a dynamic syncing feature that actually will read your quest log so it knows what quests you've completed and automatically starts you off at the appropriate questing point for no matter what level your toon is. And what we have is we've got the actual guide window, which you can put anywhere you want, and you have the directional arrow, which you can also put anywhere you want, that guides you through to follow these steps down here in the guide. So basically what's going to happen here is we have an arrow that's telling us, well, our first quest giver is right here, and it's telling us to pick up the quest Lockdown. We pick it up, and the guide is automatically taking us to the next step. The arrow has changed to guide us over to the next step in the guide. So we're just going to follow that arrow on over, and it's telling us Lieutenant Walden is who we're supposed to talk to. We're going to turn in Lockdown, and we're going to pick up, and again the guide has automatically moved on to the next step. Um, so what you have is you have a arrow that's going to guide you through the most effective questing routes in the game for leveling as fast as possible. Doesn't matter if you're Horde or Alliance. It doesn't matter what class you have. It doesn't matter what level your toon is. It will adapt to that. It automatically adapts for heirlooms or BOA items if you level faster. It will keep the guide moving ahead, so you're always questing the best place for your level. So in other words, with the BOAs, or even the guild perks that help you gain experience faster, the guide recognizes that you are leveling faster and will keep progressing ahead to make sure that you're doing quests that help you level really fast. Same thing with refer a friend, you get that triple experience. The guide recognizes that you're gaining experience and levels at a faster rate, and it will keep moving ahead to make sure that you're doing quests that give you really great experience and keep you leveling. The other thing about the guides itself is it also gives you additional hints and tips, like if you're looking for a NPC, a quest giver, or a mob that you need to kill that might be, say, in a basement of a building. The arrow's going to guide you to where you need to get into that basement, but it's also going to tell you that that mob is in the basement of the building. So you know sometimes you run to an area where you think a mob is supposed to be, and you're looking around, you can't find it anywhere. It's because it's in a building uh, or in a cave somewhere, and you don't know that. Well, the guide will tell you that. So then this works all the way out to the level cap. We turn in a quest. We pick up the 2 quests it tells us to pick up. And the guide and the directional arrow automatically moves on to the next step. And what this does is it does a couple of things. Is it helps you pick up blocks of quests and routes you effectively to knock those quests out and back to turn them in. It makes sure you set your hearth point at the appropriate locations. So, and say you have to go way out to complete a quest, rather than wasting the time to run all the way back to turn that quest in, it will have made sure that you set your hearth point and have you hearth back to save that time. It'll also make sure you pick up all your flight paths along the way as you level. So it basically does everything that you need to do to level a toon very quickly. I've been using these things for about 3 years now, and hands down they are the fastest way to level in World of Warcraft, period. Dungeons are great, battlegrounds are great. Questing is designed by WoW to be the fastest way to level any toon. Aside the fact that you get to enjoy and follow the storylines, the experience you get from turning in blocks of quests will level you way faster than any other means in the game. Now, I'm not saying if you enjoy dungeons or battlegrounds to ignore those completely. The nice thing is you can queue up for a dungeon. We all know, like with DPS builds, dungeon wait times are forever. So you can be following the guide, moving along, knocking out your quest, queue up for the dungeon. It comes up. You go into the dungeon, you go right up here to your mini map, click on this Z, the guide closes, you go into the dungeon. You know dungeons now, when you finish, they bring you back out where you went in. Once you come back out, you hit that Z again, boom, the guide's back up, and you're moving along again. So check it out. It's zygorsquesthelper.com. They got a bunch of information on there, seasonal events guides, daily quest guides, all kinds of cool stuff to help maximize your playing time in WoW. You can also compare it to some other guides that are just like it. There's a couple of really good guides out there that are just like this one, and they're really a matter of preference in what you use. You can check those out at my website below, topwowlevelingguide.com. That's topwowlevelingguide.com. But be sure to check out zygorsquesthelper.com. I love it. Wouldn't think about leveling a toon without it. I have toons that I raid with, so when I make alts, I can fire up the Zygor and knock out quests and get a bunch of stuff done and still have time for my raiding schedule. You know, we all have limited playing time, so it really just helps me maximize my playing time as much as possible. So check it out. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know you'll enjoy the leveling guides, whether it's Zygor or one of the other ones at my site, topwowlevelingguide.com. I try to give an honest review of all of them so you can decide what works best for you. Have a good one.